Awesome! Yes, dudes and dudettes, Major League Butt Kicking is back in town! Oh yeah!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, was released in 1990 and was a huge hit on release. It was the most successful independent movie ever made when it came out. Costing around $14 million, it made over $300 million worldwide. It was financed by New Line Cinema and Golden Harvest. It came out when the Ninja Turtles were in the height of their popularity. The film was advertised with a very interesting trailer that was pretty impressive for the early 90s.
Awesome!
Excellent!
The film's tone is a lot different to the cartoon, which most people grew up on, and it sticks with the style of the comic book, which in itself takes itself very seriously. The film very much has a gritty feel to it, with a pastel-style look to its photography. The director of the film, Steve Barron, made a name for himself directing some of the most popular music videos from the 1980s, which included Michael Jackson's Billie Jean, to a-ha's Take On Me, and also David Bowie's tune from Labyrinth, Underground, which started his association with the Jim Henson Company. This was not Steve Barron's first feature film. In 1984, he directed Electric Dreams, which was a low-budget film that depicts a love triangle between a man, a woman, and a home computer. And the film incorporates many music-style video sequences.
You're taking over my life!
A lot of the production took place in North Carolina, with a couple of location shoots in New York City during the summer of 1989 to capture famous landmark areas such as Times Square, Empire State Building and the Hudson River. The Turtles themselves were done by Jim Henson's Creature Shop in London. Jim Henson said that the creatures were the most advanced that he had ever worked with. The creatures were first made out of fiberglass, then remoulded out of clay. They were produced as mould to cast the whole body in foam rubber latex. The work at the shop was completed within 18 weeks. The Ninja Turtles was unfortunately Jim Henson's last film before he passed away. The film has some really good action sequences. The filmmakers didn't shy away from the Turtles using their weapons, which pleased a lot of the fans. Unfortunately, after the film was released, there were many complaints from parents saying that the film was too violent, so the following sequels they became more kid-friendly, which was a shame. The filmmakers shouldn't have bowed down to the pressure from the parents, because over time the kids would have re-watched the films as they got older, and I guarantee they would have wanted the action to be similar in tone to the first film. There are a couple of emotional scenes in the film that work really well. Most of them revolve around Splinter. One scene captures the father-like quality in the character, and also the puppeteering and direction work perfectly.
Raphael, come sit by me.
Couldn't this wait till morning?
You will listen now. My My Master Yoshi's first rule was possess the right thinking. Only then can one receive the gifts of strength, knowledge, and peace. I have tried to channel your anger, Raphael, but more remains. Anger clouds the mind. Turned inward, it is an unconquerable enemy. You are unique among your brothers, for you choose to face this enemy alone. But as you face it, do not forget them, and do not forget me. I am here, my son.
The creature effects in the film are fantastic and are beautifully designed and puppeteered. Each turtle has their own characteristics and really look like their cartoon counterparts. Donatello in the film is a lot different in personality to the cartoon character. He isn't the brains of the bunch anymore, but instead comes across as more of a stoner and layabout. But the most impressive puppeteering is the character Splinter. It looks so lifelike and probably one of the best puppets Jim Henson's team ever created, easily up there with the Skeksis from Dark Crystal. It was mainly puppeteered by Kevin Clash. I have an interview with him describing the process from the making of Turtles 2.
Splinter's mostly worked like a puppet. I put my hand up inside of Splinter to work him. We do have another performer that actually does the expressions on Splinter's face. And we also have a puppeteer that does both arms of Splinter. So it takes about 3 people to make Splinter work.
The soundtrack by John Duprez, who is famous for working with the Monty Python crew, is very impressive and has many different styles of compositions and also incorporates a hip house style soundtrack. His complete score to the film is unfortunately not available, only the pop soundtrack is, but there are a few cues available online. His theme tune to the film is different to the cartoon, but for some reason it sounds very familiar when you hear it. The theme does the old trick of speaking the words Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in music form. A couple of the tracks from the pop soundtrack were released as singles and proved very popular, and Turtle Power by Partners in Crime was #1 in the UK for 4 weeks in July of 1990.
They're the heroes for. In this day and age, who could ask for more? The crime wave is high, with muggings mysterious. All police and detectives are furious, cause they can't find the source of this lethally evil force. This is serious, so give me a quarter. I was a witness, get me a report. Call April O'Neil in on this case, and you better hurry up, there's no time to wait. We need help like quick on the double. Have pity on the city, man, it's in trouble. We need heroes like the Lone Ranger when Tonto came pronto, when there was danger. They didn't say we'd be there in half an hour, cause they displayed triple power.
The other track, Spin That Wheel by Technotronic, wasn't as popular as Turtle Power, but was later re-released later that year and got higher in the charts, I imagine, as the popularity of the film gained momentum.
Tech 3, know what's up. They hip in the house, so turn it up. Come on, all you long for wrapped up in one pack. When it stops, you gon' put it back. On this trip, I'm your hostess, providing anything you request. Starting from your hair to your toenails, I know how to treat a guest. Take it from me, it's a must. Come to the kids so I can bust this like it should be done. Y'all Kid K is the one. Turn it up and let it spin. Turn it over, let it spin. Turn it up and let it spin. Turn it over, let it spin. For real, legit, you feel it. I'm talking about the real deal. I'ma make you feel. Yo, DJ, spin that wheel.
With the censorship laws in the UK being a lot stricter on violence, many scenes had to have alternative takes shot, mainly scenes featuring Michelangelo. Because his choice of weapon, the nunchuck, these were banned from being shown in films and on TV after the release of Enter the Dragon in 1973. Many kids were actually hurting themselves using the weapon, so the government stepped in and banned them. Also, the film had a different ending, which was made available on a DVD in 2010, only available in Germany, which I'll show you now.
These are very interesting, Miss O'Neill. Very interesting. As the basis for a comic book, I think the idea is just too far-fetched.
Far-fetched? Sheesh! Yeah.
Ninja Turtles still holds up very well. The creature effects are still fantastic, and the serious tones of the film really helps it. When going back to it as I got older, I appreciate the efforts put in by the filmmakers. The difficulty for the actors performing in the suits and getting the puppeteers to match the actors' body movements on set must have been very tough. I wasn't too disappointed as a kid when they didn't include more of the villains from the cartoon like Krang, but Shredder was good enough for me and is pretty badass in the film, and not played for laughs like in a cartoon. Anyone who is interested in comic book films should definitely give this film a go if you didn't see it as a kid. It's very entertaining and fun to watch. It's a little silly in places, but what do you expect? It's a Ninja Turtles film.
What the heck was that?
Looked like sort of a big turtle in a trench coat.